Notice right now how you already know what it feels like to chase something so hard you miss the very thing you were chasing. Like scrolling Netflix for hours and realizing, fuck, you never watched anything. That's life in miniature. Missing out isn't from doing nothing. Missing out is from chasing everything. Think of your brain like a monkey in a casino. One lever drops peanuts, another drops cocaine, and the monkey, dopamine. He doesn't give a shit about peanuts or cocaine. He just cares about pressing the lever. Anticipation, the chase, the itch. That's why sex isn't the orgasm. It's the anticipation, the tension, the lead up. That's why scrolling feels addictive. You never arrive. That's the point. And yet, there's another system inside you, serotonin. That's the calm ocean. That's the full belly after the feast. That's the fuck yeah, I'm enough right now voice. Dopamine screams, go chase, scroll, hunt, hurry, or you'll miss out. Serotonin whispers, sit down, child. Nothing's running away from you. The tide always brings more shrimps. So how do you already do this? You already know this rhythm. When you're full after a meal, you don't chase crumbs under the table. When you're truly laughing with a friend, you don't think about checking your phone. That's serotonin in charge. That's proof you already do it. So how can you do it in new ways? Imagine this. Instead of grabbing every crumb, align yourself with the feast. Life is cyclical. Another wave, it's always forming. Another chance always comes. Missing out is a lie. Because reality is fractal. The spiral comes back around. But when you rush, when you compromise, when you accept crumbs out of fear, you literally program your nervous system into scarcity. Shortcut dopamine burns out your receptors, like cheap wiring overheating in an old house. Earned dopamine, the kind from sweat, patience, creation, it rewires your prefrontal cortex, makes it thicker, stronger, more sovereign. You literally reshape your brain into freedom. So why is this important? Because the real karma of chasing shortcuts isn't just today's wasted scroll, it's tomorrow's numbness. Imagine yourself at 50. Two possible futures. Future 1. Glazed eyes, thumb scrolling, dead inside at your kid's graduation. You feel nothing because you trained your brain to burn out on cheap thrills. Future 2. Chest bursting with pride, tears streaming, fully alive in the same moment because you trained your brain to endure effort, savor stillness and hold depth. Same event, different nervous system. That's the fork in your road. Neuroscience shows meditation literally thickens your prefrontal cortex, your seat of willpower, vision, and long-term planning. Dopamine spikes, not at reward, but at anticipation. That's why the itch always feels stronger than the satisfaction. Addiction hijacks that loop. But resisting, holding the line, delaying gratification, it trains effort tolerance. Each no strengthens the circuitry of sovereignty. Your fear says if I stop chasing, I fall behind. People will forget me, I'll miss out. But the truth, chasing makes you forgettable. Frantic people blur into background noise. Depth is what stands out. Stillness is magnetic, and yes, it's fucking hard to stop. Of course it is. That's the price of taking shortcuts. The path out is effort tolerance. Sitting in the itch, breathing through the craving, training the muscles of sovereignty. And isn't it strange how when your brain gets confused, it opens up? Like when you first saw an optical illusion, and your mind just had to reorganize reality. Confusion cracks the door. That's when the suggestion slides in. That's when new beliefs sneak past the bouncer of your old patterns. That's when the cage opens. The main patterns that fuck people, they're simple. Scrolling instead of acting. Consuming instead of creating. Rushing instead of aligning. Accepting crumbs instead of waiting for the feast. Each one is just a miswired dopamine loop. Each one breaks when you practice effort tolerance. And you felt the hunger for aliveness, haven't you? You value freedom, don't you? You crave connection, don't you? You already know deep down, addiction numbs aliveness, chains freedom and disconnects you. So the very values you live by, the very soul you swear to protect, already demands this shift. That's why you can trust yourself now, because saying no to the frantic chase, it's saying yes to everything you actually value. So listen, dopamine isn't your fucking toy. It's your compass. Respect it and it will lead you to greatness. Abuse it and it will drag you to numbness. You want aliveness. Sweat, struggle, build, hunt, earn. That's how you rewire. That's how you take your kingdom back. Stillness is the soil. Action is the seed. If you never rest the soil, you starve the harvest. The only real failure, burning out your nervous system on shortcuts. So here's the paradox. Doing nothing is not weakness, it's strategy, it's rewiring. It's sovereign power. The monkey wants to press the lever forever. The master knows when to put the lever down, walk outside and sit under a fucking tree. Because the tide will bring more shrimps tomorrow. And when you live that truth, not as an idea, but as an identity, you stop scrambling for crumbs and align to the feast. That's when the chase dies. That's when freedom breathes. That's when you wake the fuck up alive again in your own kingdom.